Eye on the Desert, presented by Fantasy Springs Resort Casino. Now, from the Desert's news leader, this is Eye on the Desert from News Channel 3.
Today on Eye on the Desert, I'm very pleased to welcome Kristen Bloomer, who's the event chair for National Philanthropy Day. It's an event that I've had a lot of experience with over the years, but it's going to look a little different, as are so many events in the desert. Kristen, welcome to the program.
Thank you for having me on today.
Obviously, AFP has been presenting this for a number of years here in the desert, and we have such a thriving philanthropic community. This is a big event, but talk about the changes that are sort of forced upon us by the pandemic.
Okay, so in our 14th year presenting this event, I think amid the pandemic, Coachella Valley's philanthropic leaders are deeply invested in the well-being of the community and have come out even stronger than ever. This year in particular, and we have a wonderful group of honorees that we will be doing a virtual awards on November 6th, 2020, so coming up. We announced the honorees, which are outstanding philanthropists Tim and Carol Rockford, outstanding fundraising volunteer Sue Townsley, outstanding philanthropic foundation or corporation is Agua Caliente Band of Cahuilla Indians. Outstanding nonprofit founder is Selby Dunham with a Bighorn BAM. And outstanding youth in philanthropy is Leo Milmet. An outstanding fundraising professional is Liz Chambers. And we're very excited to have Patty and Jack Grundhofer as our honorary chair people and presenting sponsor this year as well.
So it will be an online and virtual event, but people will be able to see the proceedings and see these folks get these awards, which all of the ones that you've listed, and I know many of those honorees, all well deserving.
Yes, and it'll be online and everyone will be able to log in. It will be a free event. And we're hoping to have just as much or more people attend for this virtual event, because you can log in from anywhere, no matter where you are.
Yeah, that is a plus. It's a double-edged sword, of course. It's always nice to be there in person, and I have been lucky enough to be a recipient of that award, one of those awards, and I've emceed that event numerous times. It's a very important event for our Coachella Valley because we have such an active philanthropy community. And now everybody is stressed because fundraising is very difficult, obviously, during this time of pandemic.
Yeah, it's very difficult, but I think our Coachella Valley community has definitely come out strong and has even became more generous to those charities, especially on the front line, working all the way through this pandemic and making a huge overall impact, an economic impact on the entire valley.
Well, we're going to put up all the links so that people can log on and see this again. It's November the 6th, and it will take place at what time?
We're still not sure on the time of day, probably early afternoon. And we do have some sponsorship opportunities available for those people that would like to participate in that. And I know you're going to share all that information where they can find out about that.
Absolutely. They will link right to it. Kristen, thank you so much for spending some time with us today on Eye on the Desert.
Yeah, thanks for having me.